Greetings. I just wanted to quickly cover a recent minor controversy, as I think this might provide a good example of the difference between how an accusation can sound within the safety of an echo chamber and how that same accusation can sound when the accused is there to offer a rebuttal. You see, last Monday, December 26th, Sista E and the Teo twins participated in a panel discussion on the Covenant Awakenings channel, and I want to play a clip from the end of that discussion. Now, and I ask that as I play this clip that you listen closely to how they say that a certain DNA-centered group led a gentleman known as Shaff the Berean astray. They basically confused him and convinced him that he's not an Israelite. Now, listen to how Sista E says that that group accepts European Jews but kicks Shaff the Berean out. And note that they make clear that the group in question focuses on haplogroups. And then listen to how Sista E explicitly mentions the YAP gang, angrily accusing them of being sent by the devil. And as you listen to all that, ask yourself if the YAP gang was an off-topic segue or if it's obvious that the group that they were accusing of confusing and misleading Shaff the Berean was none other than the YAP gang. So this clip will run for about 5 minutes and fair use.
Well, this whole thing it's about family. And if you don't protect your family, you're worse than an infidel. And that don't just mean your immediate family. That means all of you all right here today, all of the Israelites, right? The Negroes, right? I ain't talking about the 12 tribes chart, right? It makes sense that you take care of your own. And if you continue to allow people to brainwash you, because one thing, and I'm gonna say this, and I mean, I was watching Berean because some stuff was going on over there. And I mentioned this before, how Shaff the Berean, at 1 minute he was a Christian, then he was an Israelite, now he a Christian again. They got the dude confused, right? He's confused. And what you know instinctively is to protect your own and to look after your own and protect your family, and then if you take care of your house first, then you let everybody else in. When Yeshua came, what did he say? I come but for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why? Because that's family. I take care of family first. They
that's
didn't
interesting. Yakoba, they're accepting European jury, but they're kicking him out because of this whole DNA conversation. Some of them want to go, and I'm not knocking, I'm not knocking anybody, but they're kicking him out because they're saying, for some reason he thinks, oh, my DNA doesn't match. That's so sad.
It's
so sad.
It's crazy. What I missed? Who?
It's about Shaff the Berean.
Oh, okay.
They got that dude confused.
Very, and I feel so bad for him. Honestly, my heart goes out to Shaff the Berean because he's being pushed every which way, and nobody's noticing that this brother is just seeking information. I ain't even mad at Shaff anymore. I used to be irritated by him, but honestly, yesterday he was asking some questions, and someone came attacking him because he was asking a simple question. I saw some of it. And I said that I had to cut it off because it made me sick to my stomach. That this man is so confused because they telling him you don't have this haplotype, you ain't a part of the group, but they accepting everybody else. And now this brother's like, I'm not Israel, y'all. Yes, you are. I want to tell him you are Israel. Don't let these folks tell you you not.
Exactly.
I need to talk to him because I'm like, don't you let anybody tell you not Israel.
That was really sad, Sister E, because he like, yeah, my DNA say I'm not it. I'm like, see, these people didn't mess y'all up. Leave the DNA alone. That was the
purpose of them DNA fools.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason they exist, is to use DNA as a weapon, not to prove who Israel is, but for them to choose who they dictate is Israel.
You know what? I don't care. You know what? I'm dropping this whole thing because I'm not dropping. You get what I'm saying? If that brother he is part of diaspora, period. Diaspora. I'm sorry, I'm country. Diaspora. If he is Israel, and I want to tell him so bad, and I hope he's watching this, bruh, you are Israel. Don't you let anybody tell you, because he's so confused, and they letting him go too, and they would rather for him to say he's not than he is, and don't even understand what we're saying. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I'm so mad at how they doing that, brother.
And see, that's the thing is as I mentioned before, and I'll end it here, Brother Karras, is that the devil has set traps at every corner, out of every door, right, of the awakening. And there's the DNA guys, there's the Christian guys, the urban apologist guys, there's the chemic guys, there's all of these different traps for when you're coming out of the deep sleep, coming into the awakening, to lead you astray, to lead you to Mormonism, to lead you to all foolishness. And this is where we at today. It's like at the greatest of the awakening is the greatest of the deception.
And see, I don't want to say this group is a joke because I don't want to get curious, put on the hot seat. But I'm going to say it, curious. YAP is a joke. They are deceptive, and they are
come
full
on,
of the
Sista
devil.
E. You know I'm with you on that.
Devil sent them. You know, I ain't scared. The thing is, they think because I've been silent that I'm scared. I've been silent because I'm focused on other things as it pertains to our community. That I put my sword down for a second, but understand that my sword ain't down because I'm scared. Understand that. So if they watch and let them know, because I'm sitting silent don't mean that I'm scared. See, they got the right one with me. I don't care nothing about those. They are woo 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
see
2,
why I
1.
roll with
I got to
Sister
breathe.
E and Sister Chantel. That's my sisters there. Y'all see?
Man, I'm sitting here like y'all think y'all walking around. Okay, Kira, I ain't finna get you put on the hot seat. I'm finna be quiet. I'm gonna go rant later. I'm a rant later.
Yeah, do it on your channel. You're gonna get me in trouble. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to coordinate.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice, but understand that a tisk is coming very soon. And I be quiet now because I'm gonna be nice.
All right.
Okay, having heard that, let's now jump to the show which aired on Berean TV last night, which is to say Friday, December 30th. Sista E was on the panel of that show, and so was Saya, or also known as Sean, from the YAP gang. And Saya got to ask Sista E about her not-so-veiled accusation from her appearance on the Covenant Awakenings panel discussion, which you just listened to. So, too, the aforementioned gentleman, Shaff the Berean, also joins the panel in this clip that I'm going to show, as he wanted to clarify the actual fact of the matter, regarding whether or not it was the YAP gang that convinced him of his current position. So this clip will run for 10 minutes, and mainly I would ask if you sense a change in tone, a change in direction, and a change in forcefulness in the relevant accusation. And aside from that, on a minor note, it might also be worth mentioning that towards the end, Sista E says that she doesn't care about haplotypes, and then shortly thereafter, she insinuates that her own Israelite ancestry was demonstrated via genetic connection to the Lemba. Aside from the temptation to ask if this Lemba connection was derived from Gedmatch Oracle, emphasis on Oracle, I would also want to ask, what was mainstream interest in Lemba genetics based on, if not the Cohen modal haplotype? But whatever the case, you can watch the clip and reach your own conclusions, share your own thoughts, So here's the clip. Like I said, this will run for about 10 minutes. Enjoy, share your thoughts afterwards, and have a happy new year. God bless.
Can I say something? Or are you still?
No, I'm not finished.
You done, right?
No. So going forward, you said Shaff the Berean said that he is not Israel because of the YAP gang.
I didn't say.
You did not say that?
Listen to what I said. I said he said that he is not Israel.
Here we go again.
No,
so now,
I don't even know why Ant brought y'all brought Ant
show that. Now, if we post that, now
don't post it.
Clarify what I said.
Now, if we post it, ask Shaff the Berean if he even spoke to us. Ask Shaff the Berean if he even spoke to us.
Let me finish.
Ask Shaff the Berean if he even. Let me finish.
Hold on, Sean. Hold on. Don't expose no more. No, matter of fact, he said that was public. Go ahead.
I don't care about nobody exposing no videos. When I said
this was public. This was public. He said, go ahead.
When I say what I say, I don't mince my words. Period. So what I said with Shaff the Berean, I said, because we having this DNA conversations and we're saying that certain people that have a certain haplotype are not Israel. Ultimately, Shaff the Berean doesn't believe he's Israel because of his haplotype. Nowhere did I say that y'all called this dude and said, "Hey, you're not Israel." I ain't said that. Y'all too busy in y'all feelings, and y'all think everything that I'm saying is really saying that y'all said something. I'm saying ultimately the results of these conversations we're having, people who consider themselves to be Israel are now questioning if they're even Israel because we've made this haplotype of thing to define you're an Israelite. That's all what I think.
All right, because YAP gang been helping the small head people and everything. But Ant, come to Ant. You talk to them. They they made you realize you wasn't Israel when you got back your DNA?
Grace and peace. Nah, man. You remember that night? I
remember.
I put it straight out there like, yo, there ain't a lick of Jew in me. And then I gave my testimony. Then I repented and apologized. It had nothing to do with no YAP gang. I reached out to them afterward, like in the comments, like even as
I seen them reaching. Yes, I seen them
as today. And I even said it time and time again. Look, I'm done with this. I'm Christ focused, and that's just the way I'm moving. But here is my haplogroup. That was as recent as today. I ain't never ever put no. I never said that YAP gang caused me to be not Israel, whatever. I came out in front of everybody as embarrassed as I was and say, yo, this is the deal. And I was moving nasty out here, but now I gotta get back on track. That's all it was.
So I have a quick question, Shaff. What was the basis of you not thinking you're Israel? Was it because of your haplotype?
Say again, sister. I'm sorry.
Was it because of your haplotype?
I got my stuff. I got my stuff back.
Wasn't the final decision? Was it based on your haplotype?
Yeah, on my DNA.
That's exactly my point. I never said YAP itself because of all these conversations. If you're not,
so you're saying no, Sean, don't say nothing. So you saying, so hold on. So you're saying because they're putting information out there, not like they spoke to him directly, but just because of. So you weren't in the DNA?
I'm not saying that. I'm not a DNA person. But if Shaff considers himself to be Israel, I don't have a problem with that. But I'm saying,
but suppose he don't. If he say he's not now, and it's based on some.
But it's based on this haplotype. If you're not E1B1A or E1B1B, people are saying I'm not Israel anymore. How dare you? You don't let a man tell you who you are.
But wait a minute.
That's why I'm focused on Christ right there.
When them and them are DNA dudes, but Sean and them, but YAP and them saying something different. I'm a little confused. Make that make some sense, right?
What Sean is trying to make it seem like that. I went up there and said YAP told Shaff
specifically. Yes,
I never said that. I said because of these conversations.
Hold on, Sean. Don't say nothing. Go ahead.
Because these conversations with haplotype and people, if you're E1B1A or if you're E1B1B. You're not considered to be a genetic Israel. How do you know? How do you know? All of us are doing research because you have other people that disagree with the point of YAP. You got multiple people, but what happens is if you don't agree with their framework and their study, then you're an idiot ultimately, and you're treated as if you're an idiot. I don't care if you're an E. I don't care if you're a J. I don't care if you. Whatever. Can't nobody tell you you're not Israel. That was my whole point, and I digress.
All right, now let Sean talk. Don't bother Sean. Go ahead, Sean.
All right. So again, Shaff the Berean came up and he's here now. So he already said that we had nothing to do with it. But if you go to Covenant Awakenings and you listen to what the sister said, and then Teo and them chimed in and made it seem as though we're the ones who convinced him that he's not Israel. And we had no conversation with him about that. We didn't even know his haplotype or his, I'm talking, sis, please. We had nothing to do with that. He didn't make a haplogroup argument, nor did he make an autosomal argument about why he's not Israel. He just said he wasn't Israel. We don't have a problem with that. We don't even judge people who are haplogroup J, who was in the Levant, and had cultural ties to Israel. We don't necessarily deny them unless they try to disconnect us. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. What I'm saying is that this is a continuous thing that goes on with you, Sister E, and Teo. Nobody else.
So let's go back to the original conversation when you get done.
All right. The original conversation was.
We're going to come back to Shaff because.
Well, I'm speaking. So I'll divert back to the old discussion because.
Hold on, wait a minute, and then look at the screen. Then, Sister E, I just remember what you see on the screen because I want to go to some other comments. But read the screen right now. Remember what you see on the screen.
Yeah.
Can I say something before I go?
based off of my DNA related.
Go ahead. Oh, no, hold on a minute, Aunt. Let me see what Sean says. So, because she said she wanted to get back to you. All right, go ahead. Say what you. Hold on. Let Aunt go ahead. Because Aunt want to go. Go ahead and say what you want to say.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get off. I'll be back in the comments.
All right.
I am not Israel. I'm never picking that up again. The case is closed. I believe in Jesus Christ for my Lord and Savior, and I'm focusing on that. Please, I don't even want to be associated with the madness no more. I'm done with it. So that's
good. And I respect that, bro.
All right, salute. I'm out.
I respect that. Shalom,
Thank
bro.
you, brother.
Thank you.
Go ahead, y'all.
Which is fine, but ultimately, those who do call themselves Israelites, if they don't have an E haplotype, and it doesn't matter to me, they're still Israel. Period.
Now wait a minute. Because you know these people.
I never was a haplotype person. You've never heard me.
But wait a minute. Didn't back in the days? I cannot lie. You wanted to back in the days when you got your results, I amped you to talk about it, and we kept going and going and going and going. In light of what you see, what Chrissy Thomas say. Didn't you believe? Because it looks like, it may not be, it looks like you backpedaling a little bit on DNA. Didn't you?
No, I'm not.
Wasn't that did DNA help you in a way? Did DNA help you make your decision?
Yes, because ultimately when I saw my DNA that I was connected to the Limba tribe, that was the ultimately deciding factor for me.
But you couldn't know that without DNA.
It's not the DNA is not the problem. You're missing the whole context of what I'm saying. I never said that I had a problem with DNA. I have a problem with people feeling like they're outside of Israel if they don't have the correct DNA that everybody deems as being true Israelites.
So now you could be Israel without the DNA. So what about the people in the land? Yeah, I don't know. I'm scared.
But have you ever heard me say I got a problem with the folks in the land? Have you ever heard me say that?
No, but you around people, you in the cipher with people that do.
Are you around the people from the Kemetic community? Do I think you think the same as them?
All right, touche. Go ahead.
And then, Sister, you don't believe that everyone came over in the slave ship of Israel, right? It was a mix, Hamites and Israelites.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I really believe with those slave ships, and I can't speak totally to that, but I believe that based off the 400 years, because ultimately, I believe that due to the transatlantic slave trade, it's related to the 400-year prophecy. So if you were on that ship and you were a part of that, then guess what? You're Israel. And I'm fine with that.
But no, that's what part of the DNA argument goes to.
Hey, Dunamis.
That's not DNA, that's curse related.
Dunamis, can I take it even a step further? There was also Japhet on the slave ships as well. So, it wasn't just
Thank you, Second Exodus.
It wasn't just Hamites. It was Ham, Shem, and Japhet on those slave ships.
Oh, dang.
No, hold on. I want to hear. Oh man, well, it's good.